Hi everybody. Welcome back to my humidor here. If some of you have followed my other videos, you'll recognize this from the one that I recently just finished building, my cabinet humidor. A lot of people have been requesting to give a tour of my different humidors and what I've ended up putting in my new humidor. So I'm going to start off with a couple desktops, then I'll finish and show you what I've done with the main cabinet humidor. So I'll start off with one of the humidors that I've had for quite some time. This is my Thompson cigar one that I bought probably about 10 years ago. And this is where I pretty much age most of my cigars. This humidor, especially in the bottom, it really keeps them the correct temperature and does pretty well with them, and it's a seasoned humidor, so it works really well for seasoning cigars. If you'll notice these, before we even get started, all of my cigars that are out of the cellophane are separated by about a 1/4 inch thickness of, a little more than a 1/4 inch thickness of Spanish cedar bricks. It's about a 1 by 1 1/4. So I'll start with the inside here. The bottom ones in here that you see are ones from some of the cigar boxes that I purchased a while back. I always take one out and save it. And so I'll go to these real quick here. This is the top shelf ones that I have. I was fortunate enough to go to Europe a couple times and was able to purchase some Cuban cigars. These here on the left, all of these right here with the exception of this Tatuaje, are Cubans that I have. The one farthest to the left is going to be a Romeo and Julieta Churchill. Next to it is a Romeo and Julieta, a Partagas, Hoyo de Monterrey, Monte Cristo, Fonseca, Cohiba, and then the right one is going to be a Bolivar. All of these will have a box date of either 2004 or 2005. So I've had them for about, I purchased them, one in 2000, half of them in 05 and the others in 06, and I've smoked several others that I purchased. Here to the right are some of my more, for me, some of the ones that I've actually paid a little money for and I'm trying to age. Oh, here's a Partagas Series D, number 4. So here I have an Opus X to the far left, Casa Fuente, another Churchill size Opus X, a ESG from Ashton, and another Casa Fuente on the side over here. Pretty much every time, if you are a cigar fan at all and go to Vegas, they have the Casa Fuente store, which strictly sell only Fuente cigars, and you can only get these Casa Fuentes in those stores, and they're pretty fantastic cigars. The Fuente family only makes them for their Casa Fuente store. And then, of course, you got to pick up an Opus while you're there because they have pretty much any size Opus you can think of. Coming back to some of the other ones that I do some aging on, with the exception of some of these up here. These are pretty fresh into my humidor up there. I've got a Vegas 5 2011 limited edition. This one's an Ashton Heritage. That one's a dark Corojo Antaño. I think it's Hoyo de Nicaragua. I'll talk about this one in a minute. The new Padilla, or one of the higher rating Padillas, I believe we got a 93 rating in Aficionado. A San Latano Maduro and Habano, a Monte Cristo white label, and then an AVO. Some of them that I've been aging for a while. The Man o' War I purchased, this is the Armada I got through the Cigar International Cigar Club when it first came out. And so I'm aging that one. All of these varies on the date when I started aging them. All of those up in the top right here, all of these right here I've been aging for at least within the last 3 or 4 years. This is a La Herencia, a Carlos Toronto, the 50-year edition in 1959. 1916, Angelinos by God of Fire. Davidoff, which I've had actually for about 6-7 years now. VSG, same, about 6 years. This one's about 4 years. The CAO America. This was the first, when they first released the CAOs. This one right here is a special one I got in a police memorial tournament that I golfed at. They had a lady who came down to the Trump golf course out here in LA, and she was rolling these in front of everybody, and really I believe that she was selling them in like 4 or 5 packs, and they're really good smokes. Over here, I've got my 1926 Padron. That one is probably 6 years old. And then I've got a 90 and 92 Rocky Patel vintage. Got a few of the Cohibas here. And these are probably my more pricier ones that I have. This one is the first one on your left is going to be, obviously they're both Gata Fires, but the one on the left is a double Robusto, 2005 Gata Fire, and then the one on the right is a Churchill 2004 Gata Fire. Here's a Decade, or Decada, however they say it. Yeah, the Rocky Patel Decade. And then the one in the middle, some of you might recognize it, is the Diablo. It was probably, well, for since I've been smoking, it was probably one of the first super strong cigars that came out. And it's got a nice punch to it. I don't think you can actually get that one anymore. And then the Noventa, if you're fans of Cigar International, you'll know that they just came back out with a lot of these. And supposedly they were left around somewhere, and the guys from Cigar International were able to pick up a bunch of them. When they first came out in 2006, I was able to get this one for, you were paying about $14-15 a stick retail. Now you can get a box through Cigar International for about $60, but it's a really good medium smoke. This one right here I picked up in 2006. It's a Mexican cigar from Veracruz, Aromas, and it used to be a pretty popular brand supposedly as far as Mexican cigars. I'll take you over to one of my other desktop humidors I have. This is pretty much where I keep all the cigars I get from the Cigar International club. These to the right are ones I kind of hold off on. I've got a Perdomo in here, a Dub Nub. Some of these have also been given to me by buddies from work who we smoke with. Gurkha Triple Ligero. This is the 100th anniversary Trinidad. La Aurora, La Requesa by Tatuaje. This one's another 90 vintage. Sosa vintage. Shorty Diesel. A Tempest, Pueblo Dominicano. A Grey Cliff, La Gloria Cubana. Ernesto Perez Carrillo. An American, another Cohiba Red Dot. And then I've got the CAO, or not CAO, Vegas 5 America. And a Dom Pepin Garcia, another La Aurora, and then one of their Cigar International Master Blends, which if you haven't tried are some of the best cigars I've had. And then another Tempest, and a Macanudo, and another Padilla down there, and a Monte Cristo, or actually another Macanudo. My other ones, these are kind of the ones I smoke whenever. San Lotano, Habano, AVO, 560 Dub, or Nub 560, Ernest. This is the one Cigar International just rated it in their magazine. It's the Guillermo Leon. And I think it got like an 88 rating or something like this. This is another Gata Fire cigar that the Fuentes have come out with, Sencillo. It's kind of a cheaper line. Got some Obsidian, Partagas, a Decade, CAO MX2 at the bottom there, a Gurkha Onyx, Vegas 5, just the regular A, even though I'm a big fan of the AAA that they have. Alright, I'm running short on time. YouTube only gives me 15 minutes, so here's my main humidor. I'll show you what I got in this drawer. You probably saw part of that in the video. These are some of the bundles that I purchased. I normally do not purchase bundles because normally your bundles are a lot cheaper, and I'm not a big fan of the hit or miss when it comes to cigars. If I'm paying for something, then I want them to all be pretty good smokes. These right here, this is Oliveros. It's their bottom of the line. Not bad. A lot of my buddies who aren't big cigar smokers, they actually like them. So those will be the ones I normally save for them whenever they come over to get them smoking a cigar. These ones right here, the Gran Habano SLS. Gran Habano Vintage 2002, and the Gran Habano Azteca Fuerte. Now, I will tell you the Gran Habano series, if you are like me and don't purchase bundles because you don't want to purchase a cheaper cigar or something that you don't think is going to be very good, well, these Gran Habanos have definitely changed my mind, especially the SLS and the Azteca Fuerte. Azteca Fuerte. Those ones are awesome smokes. These ones here are great smokes too, just not kind of a more mild to medium smoke. Now the cabinet, as you can hear, the humidifier is going. I've got the smaller Humidor package. Up here, this is where I'm trying to work on right now. This is going to be my my gift set area where I keep all my gift sets, and I don't really have very many gift sets. I just purchased this one, the Oliva V series, which I'm a huge fan of. I smoked a couple of them, not out of that gift set, but ones that I've purchased. Back in the back there, just a couple of boxes of the La Auroras, which are pretty good smokes. In here, more of my my better smokes that I have. I've got a box of the Old World Reserve right there. A box of Alec Bradley Retreats, which I'm not even sure if he makes anymore, but any Alec Bradley cigar is really good. And this one is a box of the Noventas. Really nice box, if you can tell. For $50, $60, you get a friggin' humidor and some great smokes. Really, they got a good deal on those. Those are some of my favorites. CAO Italias, the Chow, and CAO Brasilia, Corcovado. Big fan of the CAOs, especially those two. Those are my two favorites of the CAO blends. Down here at the bottom, I've got a Cusano 18. That box I've had for probably about going on 8 years now. A box of the Fonsecas, which I've had about 6. And then at the bottom, I have this is one of the first year release of the Series O. So those are 6-7 years old. And then I've got the first series or first release of the Series G. And the box of the Drew Estate Kaluas, which I've only got a few left. These are for the women when they come over and want to have a cigar because they don't really like any of the regular cigars. So I'll let them smoke that if they're not big cigar smokers. Right here you got a box of the Nostalgia, one of Carlos Toronto's first releases. Right here, a real nice decorative box of Nat Sherman's. Special release for Rocky Patel Gold. They released it for Thompson Cigar. And then down here, you have some of my cheaper ones. You got a box of Don Rafael, which are okay. Not really a big fan of those anymore. Don Tomas. Another Don Tomas. Victor Sinclair, real mild. And then down here I have one of my first boxes I ever purchased. It's a Sancho Panza. It, I believe, is at least 10 years old, this box, and it's still in the wrapper. So I'm kind of saving those. As well as this one. This is the Oliva, another Oliva Series O, which I bought the first year. And then a box, unopened box of Nostalgia. Nostalgia is kind of a medium flavored. Mild to medium, and it's one of the few mild to mediums that I actually will still smoke. So this is what you got in here. I'll be some people have been asking me to do some ratings on cigars, so I might be starting to post some ratings on cigars that I smoke. And if you guys have any questions, recommend me to some of your friends so they can see some of my videos, and if they're interested in a handmade humidor, put my name out there and have them just at least watch my video. And that's pretty much everything for this video with you guys. And hopefully you guys will watch some of my videos soon.